We've known each other for 10 years. I wanted to know if he'd spend the rest of his life with me. Yes or no, Chris? That's it. Yes or no?
As an African man, you have to do it the proper way.
I'm going to kiss her, man. You want to see that, man? You want to see some juice, right? Let's see some juice. That's what you do, bro. Come on.
My whole mouth is it's.
So recently I did a reaction video to a woman who got down on her knee and proposed to her boyfriend at the time, I guess now fiance, at his birthday dinner in front of the whole family. And, I think he was even crying. Okay. He put his hand over his head. I think he was crying. Either he was, crying out of shame or crying because he felt like that's what you're supposed to do in those type of situations, or, he was fake crying, but he was crying. Okay. That's all I know. In the situation, he was crying. And, in that space, you could hear the woman talking about how much she genuinely loved him. And I think that, I definitely went into depth of, you can love and esteem and honor your spouse. And I completely understand that. But I also was very clear about the fact that this can be a manipulation tactic and actually ruin your relationship before it even starts. Okay, like ruin the marriage before you even get there. And I even said, I believe in that video that I know that we would see an uproar of more and more women doing the same thing. And now that I see this video on social media making its rounds, I have to say that it is for sure starting to be a manipulation tactic. Okay. If you are in a situation that you are with somebody and you guys have children or whatever space that you're in, and you are not happy with the situation that you have, I'm not saying that you need to, I personally don't believe that you need to go to any lengths to try to manipulate the situation to benefit you in your favor. Or, I also do not believe that you need to force a commitment from someone who is not stepping into that space with you. But in my opinion, I believe what you need to do is check yourself. You need to analyze, have a strong conversation with your partner and find out what is it that I might be lacking that has made you decide not to take certain steps with me. Because maybe, I'm sure before you guys came to this party, this man was very well aware of you wanting to be married. I'm sure through all the 10 years, he knows that this is something that you desire. However, he did not take that step, and there must be a reason for that. Sometimes we see women who are in situations who are trying to force, a man to have a certain mindset when it comes behind marriage, when that's not who that man is. And if he is going to enter into that venture with you off of your own merit, then you should be showing or portraying yourself in a certain way that would make him feel like this is not going to be a wrong decision. You also have women who are in very problematic, toxic situations within their relationship, but want to be married to keep up with everybody else around them who's married. And they are trying to force a commitment in a situation where everybody knows that y'all are not on the best of terms. Never have been. You're disrespectful. You don't honor him. You talk to him bad. You talk to him like trash. He picked up more shifts at work just so he can avoid being around you sometimes. But to save face, and again, to keep up with everybody else around you, you trying to force him to marry you. And so since he's not asking you, you want to gather all his loved ones around, his family, his friends, your children, so that it's going to force him into a space that he's not going to want to look like the bad guy. That's the worst thing you could ever do. He couldn't even fake a smile for the picture. what makes it worse, it's already worse, but what makes it worser is the fact that he blatantly said, she's telling him, well, yes or no, pressuring him. And he says, this has to be done the proper way. That was a no. Instead of you taking that, you still pressure and push to the fact that you're getting, quote unquote, what you want or desire, but now there's going to be more complications because you're going to be dragging him. Because you're never going to have the same emotions as if he did it on his own will or on his own merit. That's reality. You're going to be pulling and tugging. Hopefully you guys even make it there. I personally have yet to see anybody on social media who has proposed to a man where the relationship actually makes it down the aisle. They be proposed forever. For real. I say it all the time. We've always heard this conversation. Women control access to their bodies. They control access to intimacy. Men control access to relationships and marriage. The same way this man got king on his shirt, he's supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be the decision maker. He's supposed to be the one who knows how to monitor time. What makes sense? What doesn't make sense? You're forcing him into a certain predicament. Then again, I can guarantee you're going to be really upset about the outcome. The worst thing is you guys get into an argument and you say, well, you're not supposed to act like that. You my husband. He said, well, I only married you because you forced me. Ooh. You're not going to like that. This is their space. He's supposed to find. He's supposed to do. He's in control of. He knows if he sees a wife or not. And don't let the kids that you guys have together fool you, because sometimes y'all be halfway out of the relationship. The relationship is on the quits. And what you do, you hurry up and go get pregnant to save it. To make sure that y'all stay together. You just, oops, I'm pregnant. Oops, oh, my bad. Again, knowing the relationship is toxic, knowing that it's not in a healthy space. You use all of these tactics to try to force it to work. In my opinion, I feel like when it comes to embarrassment and shame, I think she's lucky that she's in a space with somebody who did not want to shame her outright. Because let me tell you something. There's some of these men out here that going to keep it really real. And I respect it. Okay? I respect it to the utmost. To the men that's going to be like, absolutely not. And as a matter of fact, why did you do this? As a matter of fact, why are you trying to force me to do something in front of my grandma? Why would you put me in that predicament? Party's over. Everybody go home. I respect it. Because a lot of these women will push and push and push because nobody's checking them. I'm just keeping it real. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.